This is Asphalt Wars Day 2, which is also Day 1 of the Summer Series. So this is actually both at the same time. Now, this is the B main for VTA, and I do like the car. I need to improve driving. There were some amazing drivers here. Now, the driver that ends up getting first place, I need to practice a little more because I truly do believe I could have taken him on. Funny thing is, my fastest lap was a little faster than his fastest lap. Not by much, but it was still faster. So that means if I just work on consistency, I should be golden. But there, I'm just trying to pass him, and then I'm going to screw up. But you're going to see. So long story short, out of the 4 that are racing now, out of us 4, the top 2 will go on to the main. So in reality, I don't need to beat him. I just need to not be 3rd or 4th. So I can just take it easy and not do that. That's where I screwed up. So it ended up happening, as you saw, I hit the apex. I took that turn a little too close, and then I flew out. And I think that was more of a problem with the track, really. And I say that because the wall generally covers the apex as you're entering, but here it was not, so I ended up just clipping the side and then jumping over right there. So you see how the wall is actually inside of those little circles there. So that's the reason why. I took it a little too short, basing my distance on the wall rather than the actual red and whites, that little zebra there, and I ended up just flying off. So at this point, luckily, I am managing right now to stay in 2nd place. The battle is actually for 3rd and 4th. 1st place is on the other side of the track. He does not know I even exist because he's in a different county as far as he's concerned. But this is the race. But a few things that I want to point out is I am driving an X-Ray X4, and the car is very simple to drive. There is still some more tuning, a lot more tuning that I have to do, and at the end of this video, actually no, I'll go ahead and tell you now. So the height, I am running somewhat high. So the front of the vehicle is a 5.4 and the rear is a 5.6. I'm thinking of lowering the vehicle. Now, the rear of the vehicle, where you have the top arms, so the top rear arms, I removed those spacers that the manual calls for. So I'm running, my camber is 2 degrees in the rear, and then when the suspension fully compresses, it gains 0.4 of a degree. So thinking I may keep it, or I may put the spacers. I just have to get some practice time and be able to actually test this before race days. Unfortunately, it's usually during the race. That's generally the only time I have, really. It's just the actual race. So qualifier 1, qualifier 2, make any changes, and then whatever changes I made that worked by qualifier 2, I just keep for the last race. I generally don't make many changes then, if any. Let's see. 0 toe in the front, 2 degrees toe in the rear. Those are some of the differences. And then the front hubs, I actually lifted them 1 millimeter, so I put 1 millimeter spacers at the bottom of the front hubs, and I did this mainly for the ride height, just to get the right height. So those are some of the differences, and I am running the low friction belts at this point, which I have another video. I encourage you to watch it on whether or not low friction belts make a difference. I did make it to the A main. I'm going to start 10th position. My buddy actually made it right off the bat. He's going to start in 8th position, but we had an amazing race against each other. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.